All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. Um, it's amazing to have you guys here, and we'll jump right into the masterclass for today. Today is the third day of the masterclass, and which means that we are going to be talking about how we can convert Instagram. Now, yesterday we talked about a couple of things, and if you were here with us yesterday, I assume that you learned a couple of new things about how you can, use your Instagram to convert to profit. And today we're going to go a little further into, what exactly we need to do to be able to make money on Instagram. So a lot of people come on Instagram and they're lost. They don't really know what they want to do here. People try a whole lot of stuff. Some people start something and they get tired of it, and along the way, they stop doing it. There are different reasons why people come here, but I tell people all the time, if you can have fun on Instagram and still make money, it's a good way of making some extra cash, because there's nothing wrong in making some extra cash on IG. Trust me when I say that. There's nothing wrong in doing that. So today we're going to talk about how we can gain the right followers, and because with the right followers you are able to get the kind of, and I'm trying to connect with Kehinde, and then go right into the video right now.
Hi, Papa Jidenka.
Hi, Kehinde. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sorry for that short break.
Not a problem.
A very important call came through.
I get it. You're a very busy person, so we appreciate the fact that you can even avail yourself to this. Trust me, we really do appreciate that.
Are we as busy as we usually are right now?
Right. I get it. I totally get it. But it's okay. We're going to return very soon to our normal ways of life. Now, even after this pandemic, we might not be able to do everything like we used to do normally, because that's changed a whole lot of things. There's been a shift from, things being done offline to things being done more online right now. And if you notice, the engagement rate on Instagram has increased. If you are someone who's always on IG, you see that there are more people right now trying to learn something on IG, learn how to do this and do that, learn tips on making money and blah, blah, blah. Because it gets to a point where the online world will take over everything completely. And this is why we always encourage people to find out a niche, to find out something they can do on IG that is going to be able to make some profits for them eventually. So I would jump right into the classes, and that way we can just go straight, because people have been waiting for us for a while. So is there anything you want to say before we go right into the classes?
Is there anything I want to say?
Yeah, before we start.
Well, today will be the third and final day of you giving us your experience, information, knowledge. So I'm looking forward to today being a neat tidy up,
right?
Like specific neat tidy up, so people can actually benefit from it.
Okay.
I want to thank you as well for having done this. In the course of the class, I may mention one or two things.
Okay.
But at the moment, I just want to say two quick things before I go.
Okay.
First is when your page, whichever page of business it is you're running, when it's open, be very conscious of the first 6 lines, if I could call it the first 6 bars. That's, on your Instagram, once you open or somebody opens, there's that, your bio is up there, and then there's that 1, 2, 3, then the next line of 1, 2, 3.
Right.
At most, the farthest you can go is the third line of that 1, 2, 3, making it the 9 bars.
Right.
So the first line, the first row, second row, very important. Then maybe if they love what they see, the first 2 lines, they can then go to the third. So my suggestion, my advice is, along with everything that you've been teaching, is that whatever business it is you're going out there to do, first thing is make sure that those first rows, those first 2 rows, say in a nutshell all of what you do. I always advise people, except it's really important at that time, that you post the same thing all the time.
Right.
Don't make your page boring because, I'm a business page, so therefore it has to only be business. Right. Sometimes in between, it could be a repost from somebody else if it's something you believe in, just to lighten up, to let your page breathe a little. So you don't choke people with, for instance, if you're selling clothes, it's not just about clothes. So it can breathe in between. Then if it's family that would appease people,
right,
maybe a picture of your family in between somewhere. If it's a picture of you, fashion that could appease people in between there. So what I like, for instance, on my page, the first 3 lines or the first, let's say the first 2 rows,
Right.
you will see my work, which is you can't go through those 3 without except
your work.
A few times when I'm too tired to post, or my management don't know what to post at that time,
Right.
or that's the people in charge of the page don't know what I really want to do at that time,
Right.
or I myself have access but I'm just too tired at that time.
Right.
They may leave it, or maybe there's been a lot of birthdays going on, and if sometimes I feel like that birthday is gonna too many birthdays is gonna affect the page.
Right.
There are other ways I can maybe compensate for that. If they're my true friends, it shouldn't be a problem. If they're true fans or friends, you didn't give a shout out online, should not be a problem. You could go to the story and do that. Just make sure your page is so balanced. It's not like the first lines of pictures are all just birthdays. 12 pictures are birthdays. So I have to be patient enough to scroll and scroll and scroll before I find what you do.
I get what
so
you're saying.
Just keep an attractive balance. In between those 12 bars as well, let there be a picture for people to see you, see that you're live, you're real. It's not a fake page, especially when you're doing business with that page.
Right.
It's not a fake page, you're real. They can communicate with you and all that, and they get a sense of who you are already from that. And they can only either like you or dislike you, and everybody cannot like you. Another thing I'll say again is try as much as possible also not to let your page breathe in between anyway, in between whatever it is you're doing.
Right.
Then, second thing I quickly want to mention is when you reach out, when your brand, you're trying to reach out to people for maybe collaboration, especially when it's with people who don't have the patience to go to your page and check and whatever.
Right.
Be confident. Go straight to the point. I've seen people who would DM me. It's been a long day. We've been shooting. You've been on your feet all day. Take 25 on one scene. And you still have like 10 more scenes to go that day. And you finally come online to just see a couple of comments. And you somehow just go into your DM to say, let me even spare a moment for others. Let's check my DM.
Right.
And all the person says is hi.
It makes no sense.
That's like hello right back.
Right.
And it's okay to say hi if that's all you want to say.
Exactly.
But if you know you're a business and you're trying to say something, if you go straight to the point and put yourself together, if you have to do like a short training on how to do that, or you have to just practice by yourself, put yourself together, no matter how learned you are. Some people communicate official things too personally. Yo, hi, what's up? You don't do that.
Exactly.
Keep yourself formal, present yourself well. It's very important. Then sometimes also learn how to use official contacts well.
Right.
If you go to somebody's profile, you see a box of an envelope of email there. If it's something official, click it and email them.
Exactly.
Don't go and now be in the DM, be saying what's up, hi. I mean, so learn how to use those official things well. Because it will help that person to respect you.
Exactly.
They will respect you. Even if it's an official email where there's an admin in charge of it, they would address you politely, depending on how you communicate with them as well. So learn to use the official things well. Do your research well. If you're maybe a media person, don't go and DM somebody and ask them, sorry, what do you do?
Exactly.
The page is right there. I've seen on Facebook somebody say, well, you're so beautiful, what do you do?
And you can see the profile, you can check everything out. They
don't do the necessary things, and those things, it makes people disrespect you. That's what it does. They just feel like, who's this one?
Exactly.
You know, and they treat you with disrespect. And when you know it's your business page, it's very important that you carry yourself the way you want the business to be carried. If you know that some of the personal things you do will not go well with your business page, open a separate personal page.
That's right.
And be doing your other personal things there. But I always advise that let your business page carry a touch of your personal, a little here and there, because it lightens the business page. It's not all business in people's faces sometimes.
Very
so
true.
You may not necessarily need to open a separate personal page. Just be slotting the personal things in between every now and then.
That's right. Thank you so much for these suggestions. And these suggestions really do work and make a whole lot of sense. Because trust me, like you said, people don't want to be bored with the same thing every day. They want to see something that lightens them up and they will benefit from. And the way people see things on IG is important, because you're not presenting to yourself, you're presenting to others. So if people don't, get the sense of what you're doing or do not accept it, then it's going to be a problem, because you're just there talking to yourself. And when you're talking to yourself, nobody cares what you're doing. So thank you so much for this valid points that you just highlighted. We really, really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'll go off your screen now, so people are not distracted by maybe my background or my shiny puppy lip gloss. So, but I probably would like to keep the live on a little longer.
That's
for
fine.
People to see them, so if anybody wants to come. So I might be popping in and out with your permission, of course.
Of course.
So I'm here in the class. I'm in the background here.
Thank you.
And in a bit, I'll go off.
Thank you. God bless your heart. We really appreciate that.
So we're ready for the final today of
right.
how to profit and make money off Instagram.
Right. So I'll go right into it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's go right into the topic for today. When you come here on Instagram, you're coming here because you want to be able to profit, and you profit when you make money. If you don't make money, you're wasting your time, because it just means you're doing this for fun. So you can do this for fun and still make money off it, and this is why we're having this class. I talked about posting yesterday, and something very important that I want to highlight before we move forward is when you post your pictures and your videos, you should make sure your videos are something people can see and people can hear. Sometimes people post videos and the video looks so dark, or it has so much background noise, or there's a whole lot of things that are very wrong with the video. Guys, you need to understand one thing, that when you're posting, you're not posting for yourself. So if you know that this thing is not something that's going to captivate people, then you're only wasting your time if you keep posting it. Make sure that you have a good background whenever you're posting. Your picture should have a good background. Your video should have a good background. Make sure that you have good quality of sound in your video if you want people to, get the sense of what you're posting. The way people see your videos is very, very important. Another thing we need to learn is how to tag people, because you have to be able to tag a brand for them to know that you are willing to advertise for them. So you also need to be careful with the way you tag. I'll explain. If a brand is not paying you yet to advertise for them, you have to be very careful with the way you keep tagging them to pictures, because it gets to a point where you might be doing too much. If you want to tag, for example, let's say Kehinde Bankole is a brand you want to work with, you have to make sure that you have something that is related to what she does. So if the brand you're trying to tag does not have something to do with what you're looking for, it makes no sense. For example, what will appeal to Kehinde right now is entertainment. Like we all know, she's into entertainment, acting, and all that. So if you're tagging her to something that is not in line with entertainment, you are only wasting your time, because it makes no sense to her, and she wouldn't understand why you even tagging her to things that make no sense. I hope you get this. So make sure you tag the right people for the right reasons. If you are working with a brand, then you also need to learn how to tag them to whatever picture you're posting, because it's important you tag them. Because a brand pays you to advertise for them. That means that when you post anything that has to do with that brand, you have to tag them to it so that people know this is a paid partnership, right? So there are different ways in which you can make money from brands. There's something called affiliate marketing, and affiliate marketing is when a brand contacts you and tells you, oh, we checked out your page, we see that you have good followers, we see you have good engagement, and then we want you to be able to post about our products. So they might send you a couple of the products they sell and tell you, talk about our products, and we'll send you free products, right? In another sense, they might tell you, we have these products that we sell and we want to pay you to be able to advertise these products for us. Then they pay you cash. Now, they pay you cash in the sense that they want you to advertise fully for them. That is another part of affiliate marketing. The third one is when the brand might just tell you they're going to create a code for you. When they create that code, they give you the code, and you tell your followers, or people who engage with you, that you have a code that they can click on. They go to this website. When they use your code, you're going to get some percentage. That is called affiliate marketing. That is one of the ways you make money from IG. But before you can get to that point, you need to have branded your page, which means get at least 1,500 or 1,500 followers and up. Then you are able to do this, because the brand wants to see that you have a good following at least, and some engagement that is necessary for them to be able to give you this. So if you are on your page right now and you haven't gotten 1,500 followers, please work on it. If you have over 1,500 followers, then that means you can become an influencer, but a micro influencer. And you see, the micro influencers are sometimes even more effective than the huge influencers. You know why? Because they have a following that is connected to them and people that know them personally. So this is something we have to, put into mind as we come on IG every day, right? So let's go right now to a couple of reasons why we get restrictions. IG restricts a couple of things. Like when you're on IG, you have to know the kind of things you post. Don't post things that are not against that don't go with the rules. So IG has rules. If you go against the rules of IG, you get banned. When you get banned, your profile might even get shut down completely, and you don't want that to happen to you. When you post stories on your profile, it helps you so much in being discovered. Now, on the highlights that are on the top of your page, if you remember what Kehinde just said, Kehinde said the first 3 lines of your page are so important. You see those highlights that are there? If you are not able to express yourself fully on your bio, because sometimes you might be limited to what you type on your bio, you can also write in your highlights what you do. So, for example, if you're a soccer player, you put soccer as a highlight. You put something else as a highlight. Like if you have a family, you want people to see. If you have the baby you want people to see, they should be on your highlights so people can click and see videos or pictures or whatever it is you have on your highlights. It makes people understand what your profile is about. Now, if you have a new account, you have to be able to post, with caution. Don't post everything at once. Don't post 3 pictures a day if you have a new profile, or else IG might ban you. So go slowly. You just have to be consistent at what you do. Now, gaining followers. How do I gain followers? Some people tell you, oh, just buy followers, buy 10,000 followers and all that. Guys, if you buy followers, you're hurting your brand. The reason for this is when people come to your brand and they see that this is what you do and they stay there, they will always be there. But if you buy followers that are not real, that means you just have a couple number of people, right there. Kehinde said, I've been lazy about my highlights. Very key. That's right. It is very key. Those highlights, very important. They keep people with you. So I was talking about followers, guys. Do not buy followers, because buying followers really hurts your brand. When you have 10 followers, let them be the 10 followers that you have and keep building them slowly. So it gets to a point where if you are always engaged on IG, there's something called the algorithm of Instagram. The algorithm is measured by a system or the computer. It is measured by like a robot. When the algorithm sees that you're always active, you post consistently, you tag consistently, you always put out content, your page is always busy, the algorithm pushes your profile out there so that it keeps appearing on people's feed. Because come to think about it, sometimes you go on IG, you click that button where you want to see what is on the feed of people, and you see certain people appearing on your profile. How do you think they appear there? It is what the algorithm does. Algorithm attracts you to people that are very active and that you check their posts very often. So you want to be very engaged and active on IG, because it's going to make people get to see you. When people get to see you, then they stick to you if they like what you do. Now, if you have fake followers, for example, it just gives you numbers, but when you post about something, they are not engaged. You want to sell a product, they don't buy. So what good is it to you? That means you're only wasting your time. So it's better to find your niche. When you know your specific niche, then you also find followers who are going to follow you organically, because you post something that they're attracted to, you see something they're attracted to, and they become a part of it. Quality followers is very important. If you want to gain sponsorship on Instagram, for example, you want to make sure that you have the kind of followers that your brand represents. And also, the brand that wants to work with you will also check what you offer. If they see that what you offer is not in line with the kind of followers you have, they will not be willing to work with you. Now, there are many brands out there that will pay you to post for them. You can reach out to as many brands as possible if you already have the right following. Now, you also need to learn how to pitch. If you remember, Kehinde made a very valid point that when you're pitching to a brand, go straight to the point. Make this official. Do not act like this person is your friend that you've been hanging out with for 10 years. Guys, if you don't know these people or this person, do not act like you already know them. There is no need for that familiarity. Go straight to what you're talking about. Good morning, good afternoon, or hi, Kehinde. This is what I do. This is what I want to be a part of. I want you to do this with me. Simple. Do not go and say, hey, what's up? How you doing today? You're looking nice. Come on. And the person is just going to delete what you're saying without even reading further. So go straight to the point. It makes sense when you go straight to the point and people know what you're about. Now, if you want to grow IG the right way, you have to have a stunning feed that keeps people on your page. So have a good niche. Listen to this point, guys. It's key. Have a good niche. The niche is what you do that people know you for. Remain consistent to your niche. Don't switch all over the place like a crazy person. Today you are cold, tomorrow you're hot, next tomorrow you're lukewarm, then you go back and then you start going from. It makes no sense. People see that you're confused and they are going to detach from your page, and they're never going to come back. They will go to someone who does the same thing like you do and be a part of it. Trust me. So have high quality pictures and arrange your pictures as they should be on IG very nicely. Now, people who are celebrities already can get away with a whole lot of stuff. But if you're not a celebrity and you really want to be able to gain followers and get the engagement, you have to make sure your pictures resonate quality. You need to have bright colored pictures with nice background, and then you also have to be consistent at what you do. That is when you become valuable. Do not post just because you want to post. So if you wake up today and you say, oh my God, I need to post, but then you don't have what to post, but you just want to post because you have, in your mind, you think you have to post, you're going to post something stupid, and it's going to keep decreasing your engagement rate, and people are going to start wondering what you are about, and if they don't understand, they're going to detach from your page. So that is very important. I also talked about switching to a business account yesterday, guys. It is so important that we do this, because when you switch to a business account, you can select what you do. Like when you switch to a business account, you have the option to select what your profession is. It gives you a whole lot of options: actor, public figure, entrepreneur, and so on and so forth. Then you can select what you are about, and when you select that, people get to know you for what you're doing. And this is not just for recognition, it's also for analytics, which means you are able to measure who comes to your profile, when they come to your profile, and how they feel when they come to your profile. Kehinde Bankole says editing pictures too much cuts down picture quality. Great point. Now, this is very true. When you come on IG and you want to post a picture, if you don't have a professional camera, use a phone camera, use the Android, the iPhone, whatever it is that you use, but make sure you go to a place that has a whole lot of lighting, nice backgrounds, and so on and so forth. That's going to make the picture look very, very rich, so to say. So when you take that kind of picture, do not filter and edit and edit and edit, because it takes away from the quality of the picture. And when you post the picture, you lose a lot of pixels. Now you see the picture has things that look like dots. If you look very closely on them, it makes no sense that you do that, because the picture lacks quality. People like quality on Instagram. Instagram is for visuals, it's for pictures most times. So if you're posting a picture, it has to be very, very nice quality. If you go to bloggers, for example, travel bloggers, food bloggers, people that blog about certain things, just take a look at the kind of pictures they post, and then you will understand what we're talking about. They post pictures that are very captivating, pictures that when you get to see, you really want to stick to them and be a part of what they do. Even if you're not in that niche, just because you see those nice pictures, sometimes you follow them because you want to be able to keep seeing these pictures. So that's a very good note that Kehinde just brought up, that we need to always put into use. Now, what value do you create that makes people stick to you? Do you provide entertainment to people? Do people like you because you come to Instagram and dance? If you do that, stick to it. Do people like you because you talk a lot and you talk about things that inspire them? If you do that, stick to it. Do people like you just because you look nice and you keep posting pictures about your face and all that? If that's what people like about you, stick to it. But then I talk to a whole lot of people and I ask them, what are you doing on Instagram? What is your niche? And out of 100% of the ladies I asked this question, 95% will tell me I am a model. And then I'm confused. I'm like, is it that that's the only thing that this girls think they can do on Instagram? Guys, there are too many models out there already, right? The only way you can make it being a model is if you're doing something that is very unique to whatever it is that your niche is. So when you come here and tell us you're a model, be specific as to what kind of model you are. That's the point I'm trying to bring out. I'm not saying it's wrong to be a model. No, I'm saying what kind of model are you? Are you a face model? Are you a model that talks about looks? Are you a model that talks about lifestyle? Are you have to be specific to what kind of model you are. Because if you just say the word model, there's bigger models that a whole lot of brands want to work with already. And so they're not going to work with you if they want to post something on the models page, because they have somebody who, already has the right engagement that they need. So be specific as to what kind of model you are. Are you a model that's, tells people about certain tips that you use for makeup model? You have to be specific to what kind of model you are. So it just doesn't apply to only models. It applies to everybody. So whatever you do, make sure it is specific. Understand the use of hashtags. That hashtags direct you to the right places. I talked about this yesterday. Use niche-specific hashtags. You can use up to 30 hashtags per post. And there's no problem. You can use 30 hashtags. Just make sure that you don't keep using the same hashtags every day over and over again. Sometimes you have to switch up a little bit. Now, you have to target followers. You have to engage with followers that are in the same niche with you. Sometimes you have to also follow people who are in your niche. Now, what happens when you follow people in your niche is you get to see things that they post about, that they talk about. You learn from them. You gain experience from them. And another thing that you do is when you engage on their page, then it attracts other people to your page. Trust me, don't be stingy with likes. Don't be stingy with comments. Don't get stingy with, oh, I'm not going to comment on this person's page. I'm not going to like his page. I'm not going to share what he's... When you do that, it even gives you more recognition. Trust me. Some people are so greedy on Instagram. They're like, I'm not going to do anything on anybody's page. It's all about me. People have to do things on my page. Really, it doesn't work like that. For example, if I repost something that's on your page right now, you notice me. You're like, oh, somebody reposted something on my page, right? You check out my profile. I've got engagement already, right? When you check out my profile, you might like a couple of my pictures. Now, what happens when you like my pictures is people who follow you. That's how Instagram works right now with the algorithm. People who follow you will start seeing what I post on their feed automatically, because somebody that they follow has liked my pictures, has checked out my profile. You get it? So you are doing this not just because you want to like the person's pictures, but also because you want to attract the person to your profile. So you share what they post, you repost what they post, you comment on their page, and you like. And people come from their page to check you out. Another thing a whole lot of people do that's effective is they comment on people's posts. But make sure when you comment, you're reasonable at what you comment on. Do not comment on something that makes no sense. If it doesn't concern your niche, no need. Don't waste your time. It's going to be pretty obvious that you just came here to gain clout or recognition, and nobody's going to look at you. So go to something that is specific to your niche. And if somebody posts something, you comment under it like, oh, yes, I've tried this before, and it worked for me, or, oh, thank you for what you said. Now, somebody who is on that person's page is going to read your comment, and they're going to check out your profile. If they like what you do and it's almost as specific to what the other person does in the same niche, they will follow you. I hope you guys get this. It really does work, right? Now, don't follow and unfollow. This is one thing that people always do. It really pisses me off. You know why? Because if there's no need to follow the person, why do you do that in the first place? Because you want them to follow you and then you unfollow them later. People get to know when you do this consistently, and trust me, you're going to hurt your brand, because people know this person just follows and unfollows, follows and unfollows. Guys, if you're still here with us and you're part of this class, please hit the love button so that we can know we are on the same page and we are understanding everything that is being said. Meanwhile, I have to take some water to hydrate. Give me a couple of seconds. All right, guys. So let me go back to what we're discussing. Some people want to be featured on your page. There is nothing wrong in collaborating with people. Guys, don't be greedy on Instagram. I keep saying this for a reason, because trust me, people are very greedy on Instagram. When somebody messages you and says, I want to collaborate with you, check out the person's profile and see what their niche is about. If it is somebody you can help, please offer a helping hand. If it is somebody that you can create content with, you can combine with that person, create a unique content and post it out there, something that people will be very interested in. Because it is better when you try the best you can to help more people than sticking to what you know. Because what you know is just what you know. You don't know what I know. You don't know what Kehinde knows. You don't know what Taiwo knows. You don't know what the next person knows. I hope you guys get this. So if somebody says they want to collaborate with you, it's because they might know something you don't know. And when you guys collaborate, it might become something that they call a banger. You know what I mean? It might go viral. And when it goes viral, then you get this buzz, you get a whole lot of attention, and you get more people coming to your profile and more people knowing you. So when people ask for collaborations, please, guys, listen to what they have to say. Check out their profile. It is, if this is somebody you can work with them. Now, one thing that also works on IG if you're trying to attract people and keep them is running a weekly handout, which is like giving out something. Depending on what you do, you can give out money, which is cash. You can give out products if you have products. You can give out your services. For example, I give a free masterclass right now, which is something that people pay for here originally. You get what I'm saying? But I do this because I'm able to get people engaged with me. I get people who listen and get value from what I'm doing. So it makes me happy when I know somebody out there is benefiting from what I do. This is a way to also keep people coming back to your profile because they see what you do and they stick to you. So if you can do a giveaway, if it's a cash giveaway, fine. But I see a whole lot of times some people piss me off on IG, but it's normal. It's social media. You come to somebody's page, right? And the only thing you always say is, Baba, do give away. Auntie, do give away. Don't be that person on Instagram. You cannot succeed if all you come for is looking for handouts. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Don't come to somebody's page and ask them for, oh, do give away. I need more money for this. I need money for that. It makes no sense sometimes. It becomes stale because there's 10 million people that reach out to my DMs every day. You know what I mean? And ask for the same thing. So imagine I check my DMs right now. Every day, I must find somebody who says, Baba, do give away. What do you mean by that? Okay, we all know the situation of the country is bad, right? If you are really sincere about yourself and what you really want, there's going to be a different way to ask for things. Don't just expect people to keep handing out to you every day. Go out there and develop something for yourself and work on something on Instagram, work online. Just try to do something that is going to benefit you, right? And this way you can become a better person. You can add value to yourself also. I have a whole lot of influencers I made in the past that used to buy a whole lot of likes. Now, a brand wants to work with you. They come to your page. They see that you have 20,000 views. They see that you have 6,000 likes. They see that your profile looks very nice. And then they pay you to advertise for them. Now, guess what? This same person who has 20,000 or 30,000 views and 5,000 likes, the brand pays them. And when they post for the brand only says 2,000 views. And that means this person was buying likes and views. You know, people buy likes and views on Instagram. If you are a brand and you want to make money, please do not do this to yourself. It is really going to kill your brand. I've worked with a couple of brands in Nigeria. And then these brands, I paid them, you know, because I wanted to get engagement. I wanted people to, you know, come know what I do, advertise on their page. And this person has 35,000 views. And the person charged me like she would charge, you know, someone because she has 35,000 views. And when I used her profile, I only saw 2,000 views. Then I asked her, what happened? And you know what she said? She said, I don't know why people didn't check out your... It's not true. The fact is she was buying views and she was buying likes. So you see somebody doesn't post in 6 months, right? They are not a celebrity and they post today. Then next thing you see they have 30,000 views. They are buying the views. Guys, don't do this to yourself. Because if a brand comes to you and pays you for that and they don't get a benefit from what you posted, they're never going to work with you. You just killed your brand. You hurt your brand. So guys, do not buy profile. Do not buy views on your profile. Do not buy likes. Promote instead. Promotion means you promote on IG. There's a way you can promote on IG. IG has the means for you to promote a picture or a video. If you don't want to promote with IG, which is effective, you can also promote with a blogger or promote with somebody who creates content. You pay them to post about you, to talk about you and all that. That is a way to get people to your profile. Now, there are two types of promotion. There's free promotions, there's paid promotions. Paid promotions means you have to pay this person to actually put you out there. Free promotion might be a collaboration. You reach out to the person and say, please, can you talk about me? And I will also talk about you on my profile. So we are doing something called like social media barter, which means I'm giving you something for free, you give me something in return. It works, guys. So I can message somebody right now and say, oh, we're in the same niche. We do something similar. Or we are not in the same niche, but I see you have followers that might like what I do. Please, can you talk about me on your profile? And I'll mention my name. I'll make a video you can post to your stories. And then you make a video, I'll post to my stories. And then we'll talk about each other. Or if you want to put it on your feed, why not? You know, and then you can delete it later, or you can leave it there, or whatever you guys agree on. It's a good way to promote yourself. Remember that when you're promoting, though, you have to look for people who will be willing to promote what you do. So look for people who are specific to your niche if it's possible. It is always effective. Now, how much do you think you can make on Instagram? If you have a brand and you are able to get 3,000 followers, I always use 3K followers because that is the point where you can really describe yourself as a good micro influencer from 3,000 followers and up. But it's not a problem if you have 1,500 followers, which is 1,500 followers. That means you're getting close. But when you have 3,000 followers, it's more likely for a brand to work with you than somebody who has less. So if you don't have up to 3,000 followers right now, guys, keep working every day. Engage. Try to get people engaged. Try to get followers. When you have 3,000 followers, you can make anything between, I'll say, $300 every month and up. So $300 is about 100 and something thousand in Nigeria. Yes, you can easily make that being a blogger or being a content creator. Because when you have the right engagement and you have the right people, then you post something for brands. Brands pay you for that. So you might have 1, 2, or 3 brands contact you every week or every month. But the thing I always tell people is do not wait for a brand to contact you first. Offer this brand your service if you can, as much as you can. Look for brands that you think will be willing to work with you. Offer them your service and tell them, I have this kind of engagement, I have this kind of followers, I'm into this, I'm into that. If you can advertise with me, and you will get value for whatever you advertise on my page. I hope you guys get this. Then you send this pitch to the brand replies you and tells you if they want to work with you or not. You get what I'm saying? Now, if you are able to post for 1 or 2 or 3 brands every month, and let's say this brand pays you $100, which is like 35,000. Another brand pays you $200, and another one pays you $50. You can make at least $300 every month as a small blogger. You get what I'm saying? As a micro influencer. Now, if you have more than 10,000 followers, the money goes up, right? If you have the right engagement, though. So it's not just about getting big followership. It's also getting the right engagement. That is what the brands look out for. Now, when you post, please make sure you use geolocation. What geolocation means is you select exactly the location you are at the moment, or a location around where you are, that you want people to, get in and buzz in and discover you from. For example, if you are standing at the cinema and the cinema is Silverbed Cinemas, for example, and you post from there, you have to tag that location. You know why you do this is when people are on IG and searching for Silverbed Cinemas and they go through the pictures on Silverbed Cinemas, they stumble on your profile. You get what I'm saying? And then they can click on your profile and check what you do. If they like what you do, they follow you. If you do not tag a location, then that means people will never find you by location. They will only find you by maybe feed. But you want to be discoverable. You want to be discoverable everywhere. So hashtags, geolocation, anything you can do to get discovered, keep doing it consistently. That way, people start discovering you. So guys, it is very important to decide what niche you want to be with, what kind of content you want to post every day, right? But make sure of one thing, that when you discover the kind of content you want to post, stick to that content and make it the only content that you keep posting consistently. If you have to add your personal stuff to it, it's fine. But do not digress from that content and go completely out to a different content altogether. For example, you sell hair products and you've been posting hair products on your page for the past 6 months, and I'm interested in what you post. I'm checking you out. I've not paid for your product yet, but I have it in mind that I will pay for your products one day. And the next thing I see that you switch from selling hair products to selling shoes, just like that. The switching confuses your followers or your audience. When they see you switch like that, they lose trust in what you sell or what you do or what you offer, because they're like, this person just switched like this. You get what I'm saying? It is important that you don't switch up on your followers. Be consistent at what you do. Do one thing well and focus on that thing. And trust me, you're always going to be the best at that thing because you've continued doing that thing for a while. You get what I'm saying? Do not do something because, oh, you just want people to, people are not responding to what I'm doing, so I want to switch up right now. I want to try something else. Don't do that to yourself. It's going to hurt your brand. Stick to what you know. Stick to what works for you. Stick to what you are pro at. Don't be a jack of all trades. Don't post about clothing today, tomorrow about shoes, next tomorrow about hair, the next day you post about furniture, next day you post about lighting. It's crazy. People don't want to be confused. People want to understand what you sell on Instagram. What you sell is yourself as a brand. So when people come and know you for what you are, they are willing to stick to you if they like what you do, or they leave if they don't like what you do. So put this in mind, guys. It is very important that we learn this because things like this help us grow on Instagram. Now, the more you learn about something you do on Instagram, the better you are at it. So guys, keep learning one thing every day. Nobody is an island. Nobody is too much to learn something new. Every day I learn something from people I meet on IG. You get what I'm saying? Don't think too much of yourself. When somebody gives you a word of advice, read through it. Listen to what they say. If it's something that doesn't apply to you, filter it. If it's something that applies to you, take it in. You get what I'm saying? OL Babs, thank you for the words. You're welcome. Thank you so much for being part of this. So, guys, like I'm saying, make sure that you learn something every day because the more you learn, the more you are able to put this into practice because you gain wisdom from what people tell you every day. And when you gain this wisdom, you're able to use this to, better yourself. Now, if you want to do something that you are confused about at the moment, there's nothing wrong in being confused. Trust me, we've been through this. I've been through this also. It got to a point where I was very confused as to what I was doing on IG and if I should continue doing this thing or not. So if you're confused right now, it's okay to be confused. But don't stay confused and don't remain confused. Try to learn. Try to see a way that you can, get out of that confusion and do something that is new. Always think out of the box. Some people think so much about a specific thing that it makes it impossible for them to do anything on IG. So guys, what you have to do is, if you know what your niche is, for example, if you are somebody who is a soccer player and you want to present something that people are going to get used to, you have to look for ways that you can make it interesting. Today you kick the soccer ball, you video yourself. Tomorrow you do some juggling, you video yourself. Next tomorrow you might do some push-ups and video yourself. The day after that you might take a picture of you holding the ball a certain way. You get what I'm saying? Try to become somebody that has something new every day. You can't expect people to see the same thing every day and stick to it. So come out of that box, come out of your shell and do something that people are going to enjoy seeing. Right? Because Instagram is all about what people see. And if people see something and they love it, they're going to stick to you. They're going to stay with you. It might take time, guys, for you to get to the level you want to get to. But it's fine. As long as you are focused on what you're doing, you are going to get there. As long as this is something you want to do and you love what you do, you're going to get there. Right? It is a journey. And that's why I have the show called The Journey. So you might start right now and things don't seem like they're going to walk like you want them to walk, but trust me, it's going to get to a point where they will walk. Believe me when I say this, it has worked for me a couple of times. You will need to stick to that thing that brings you success, and the only thing that can bring you success is something that you derive joy from. So if you don't derive joy from something, then you might only be doing it because of money, and then trust me, it gets to a point where you're tired of giving out this content because it's not original to you. So instead of doing something because you want to make money from it or because the other person made money from it, do something that is original to you that you're not going to get tired of. It's going to make money for you eventually. I always tell people, the reason you come here on IG shouldn't be because you just want to make money right away. It should be because you want to offer value to people. Value in form of letting them learn something, letting them benefit from something that you're doing for free. Yes, I know people who went on IG and offered free things to people for as much as 2 straight years. But after the 2 years of offering something free, they were able to start converting into profit because people had stuck to them. It's like somebody who goes on internship. Most times when you go on internship, you don't get paid for it, right? But when you get to this internship, you're learning from this company or from whoever you're studying this internship with. You get what I'm saying? So take it as an internship when you come on IG and you're new. Learn every day and keep giving out what you know. And eventually you're going to get to the point where people are going to get used to what you do and they're going to buy it from you. So these are the few points that I have for today as we conclude this third day of the masterclass. Guys, please put this into practice because that's the only way it's going to work. Thank you so much for being part of this. Don't forget that whatever you do is valid. Listen to me, guys. Do not stop what you're doing because somebody said, what you do makes no sense to me. See, if it makes sense to the person, then it's because it's regular. If it doesn't make sense to them, it is because you're unique, guys. If you have a question for me while I'm still here, please ask. I'm right here. Benech Movies says, I have a question, please. Yes, please. Can you go right to your questions? Thank you so much for joining us, Obioma, Virgin Girl, Danny, TY Focus Photography, Ajay, Dix, Osundu. You guys are amazing people. OL Babs, Official Benny, Olaijide, Veronica, and so on. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And if you have questions while I'm here, please ask. That way, I can check out the questions and see how, I can help respond to these questions. Thank you so much, Official Benny. Official Benny said, I learned a lot. Please practice what you learned because that's the only way it is going to work for you guys. People learn and they don't put it into practice and they expect magic to happen. No magic happens. Bennett Movie says, in the case where you have two handles, one for your work and personal IG, how do you do it? Okay, great question. If you have IG for work and it is business related, post about your business on that IG. But in between intervals, post about your private life, if you do not mind. There are two kinds of people on Instagram. I explained in the first day of this class. If you were here, you remember I said there is people who are called front of the scene and there are people who are called back of the scene. The front of the scene people are people who post about their lives, what they do every day, when they wake up, when they go about their day, when they go shopping, wherever they are willing to post everything that you see. The back of the scene people are people who are either they have a business or a product, and you might not see their faces on Instagram, but you keep seeing their business and you see that product. Now, as a back of the scene person, you also have to connect a face or a voice to your business. So if you have a business profile, right, and you have a personal profile, sometimes come to your business profile and post a story about yourself, talking about what you do. Do not just let it be your business working for itself. Sometimes come in person, come on your stories, and then make a story of you talking about what you do. If you're into movies, oh yes, I'm creating a new movie. I just started writing out a new movie. I just started, whatever it is that you're doing, talk about it on your stories to attract people. If you can, even between your business profile, you can post on your feed about yourself. Let people see a picture about the person that's represented on that profile. So post a nice picture of yourself if you want to on that profile, because when you do, people see that you are a real person and they connect with you. See, on Instagram, people work with trust. So if people come to your page and see that it's all content about something you do and they don't see a face, they do not trust you just like that. But if you come at intervals, you talk about what you do and they see a face, they start developing that trust in you. When they have that trust in you, that is when they stay with you. That is when they stick to what you do. And that is when, eventually they start buying your product. They start buying whatever it is that you sell as a service. They engage with you and they remain on your page. But if you do not stick if you do not post about yourself on your IG page, people might not stick to you. So even though it's a business page, try to switch it up a little bit and mix up something that people are going to benefit from. On your personal profile, on the other side, you can post all that is personal there every day as much as you can. But make sure you don't let any of the accounts suffer. Some people have 1, 2, 3 accounts and they are able to maintain the 3 of them. Post to this one, post to that one, and post to the third one. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that none of your accounts suffers. Always make sure you're able to give to each account what it deserves. Don't leave one account over the other. Okay? Okay. Thank you, Benet Movies, for your question. And if any other person has any questions, thank you so much, Kehinde. Kehinde sends her best wishes to everyone who has been on this masterclass for 3 straight days. But it's not stopping here, guys. I will always be here to give out information because I do the show called The Journey. So on this show, you hear about people who are professionals at what they do, or people who have been able to gain a level of success at what they do. They talk about how they were able to do this. And so you're going to benefit from this if you're a part of it because you learn from their experience. Guys, experience is priceless. See, when you hear about people's experiences, it is something that you can really learn a whole lot from because they tell you what they've been through and how they were able to go through this and come out successfully. Now, this is something that you can't buy on the streets, no matter how much you have. You cannot buy this on the street. You cannot buy experience. You cannot go and pay for experience and they say, oh, experience 10 million naira. And you say, now I'm experienced. It doesn't work like that. Experience comes with a whole lot of hard work, consistency, and excellence. So when you find people who are out there who are experienced talking and giving you something that is of insight, listen and learn from it. If you don't want to take in whatever they're telling you, it's okay. Filter it, but listen first and then decide if you want to take it in or not. When you stick to people who keep giving you experience day by day, you get free mentorship. So this is like a free mentorship program on The Journey right here on this page. I always post these videos. So guys, be a part of this because it's really going to benefit you. Official Benny asks a question. She says, or he says, what do we do about those who follows and then unfollow? That's it. You don't have to do anything about them, you know? That means they're not your real followers. If they follow you and they unfollow you, it's okay. Let them go. See, whoever is willing to stick to you will stick to you, right? If the person is not willing to stick with you, they wouldn't stick with you, no matter how much you try. See, some people go as far as doing giveaways, right? They do giveaways and do giveaways. These people come to your page. But trust me, if the person is not specific to what you do in your niche, they're going to get tired, even if they came through giveaways, and they're going to leave your page. So that's why I tell people it's better to gain followers organically. Now, when you're running a promotion on Instagram or doing a giveaway, make sure you're doing it in a way it benefits your page. For example, you might say, click on this link to see this video. After you've seen the video, follow me. And then when you follow me, comment on this page, and then you can win. You get what I'm saying? When you do this, people check out your profile, they see what you do. If they like it, they follow you. If they don't follow you, don't force them, right? If they unfollow you, it's fine. And you can unfollow them if you want to. It's fine. That's it. People who are your real followers will stick to you. Bebe.income says, exactly, we learn from experts and listen first. Exactly. So listen and learn. When you learn, then you'll be able to give out to others. Do not expect magic to happen on Instagram. Do not expect to become an overnight success. See those people that wanted an overnight success? They either went to do something they were not supposed to do that messed their reputation up, messed their profiles up. You know, there's no magic in it, or they put their hands into something crazy. If you are here, it is because you want to be successful at something that you love to do. So just be consistent at it, and it's going to come at the right time. If there are no other questions, then I want to just go ahead to thank Kehinde so much. Thank you so much, Kehinde Bankole, for this great opportunity. I really appreciate you, your person, your insights, the knowledge and experience you have, and how much you've shared with people in these 3 days. I tell you, a whole lot of benefits that we got from whatever you were sharing with us. God bless your heart. You are such an amazing person. Official DJ Connell says, what can someone do when he or she has lost courage in what they are doing or what they have passion for? If you ever lose courage in what you have passion for, you have to remind yourself first about why you started it in the first place. Go back to why you started it and ask yourself, why did I start this? If I started this, it was for a reason. Why am I dropping off right now? So you started because you believed in the beginning that you can make it happen. You are the only one who can make what you are going to succeed with a success. You get what I'm saying?
No matter how much you see people try to help you here and there, at the end of the day, you are only a success when you decide you're a success. Trust me when I say this. Because some people think, oh, when I have this person post about me, when I have this one post about me, it's going to make me successful. No, they can only help. They will not walk with you through the river, the sea, the mountains, the fire, all these challenges. You're going to go through them yourself. So guys, be prepared for the challenges in front of you. Come out strong. Go through them, you come out stronger. You get it? If you lose courage right now, it's fine. It's because I might lose courage sometimes in something I do. But I remind myself, why did I start in the first place? Because I believed I'm going to make it happen. And I will make it happen. And this is how you need to see things. See yourself as a success already. See yourself as someone who has achieved these things already, even if you've not gotten them into your hands. But just envision yourself having them already. And they're going to come into your hands just the way you envision them. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Kehinde. And God bless you all. I'll see you guys again very soon.